Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for this exciting live digital special. We're previewing tomorrow's groundbreaking of the Queen of Terre Haute Casino Resort, a day that has been a long time coming. Tonight, we have a few special guests joining me to discuss the latest casino news and answer some questions about the future casino, as well as how to help the Wabash Valley grow. We'll also be making a special announcement later on in the special. Our first guest tonight, though, is Terre Haute Mayor Duke Bennett. Mayor Bennett, thanks so much for joining us.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, and you know, this groundbreaking, we've been talking about it, it's been years in the making. So for anyone who isn't familiar necessarily with the backstory, what were the initial conversations about bringing a casino to Terre Haute?
So this goes back a few years to where there was one of the casino operators wanted to bring a satellite location to Terre Haute. And, you know, there's been conversations for many, many years about how Terre Haute got left out of the casino conversation back over 25 years ago now. I've kind of lost track of exactly how many years, but there was conversation about a potential license for Terre Haute. Never happened. And so some people felt we'd been shortchanged all this time, did not have the opportunity to do that. When this opportunity came, I guess, in front of the legislature, and I listened and watched how our legislators process that, and you could tell it wasn't going to happen, but there was interest there to do something different. And so we didn't give up as a community to come back to the table and look at it from a different perspective, meet their demands of open it up to the, all the casino operators that might want to participate. And then here we are today now getting ready to break the ground on a casino for Terre Haute.
Really exciting. We're taking some look at some video from 2019. That's when the casino bill did go through. And in your State of the City address that year, you said that you really thought it was going to diversify our economy. In what ways do you think the casino is going to do that?
It does it in quite a few ways. I mean, if you're not a casino person, that's fine. But we're trying to bring and improve on our tourism, people visiting our community. And this is going to have a huge impact. Between the casino and the convention center, we're expecting 1.5 million new people to come to Terre Haute every year. So then all that helps in so many different ways when it comes to that economic picture. You'll have the construction, you'll have the employees of the casino, and you'll have people coming here. And it's so many components to this. It's a huge economic engine.
Yeah, and it's going to be able to give back as well. The bill included some language that said that, funding would be going back to the city of Terre Haute. What ways do you hope to see that money be used? Do you have some ideas or some goals in mind?
So all along we've said from the very beginning, because I know there's some naysayers of the casino out there, then there's the people that are all for the casino, that no matter whether you gamble or not, we're going to be able to take these revenues that we receive and do quality of life initiatives for our community. So things that everybody can participate in and use, and we don't have to use none of those funds are needed for our budget. It's to be for things that we move forward. And so we've got a lot of ideas. The READY grant talked about a lot of the things that we want to do. And obviously we couldn't get them all funded, but the casino is then going to be able, the revenues will help us fund all those projects plus many, many more.
Oh, certainly. And we did see, the support from the community. You mentioned there were some naysayers, but that referendum, 63% of the community, Vigo County, said yes to a casino. What's the pulse now on the community as we're on the eve of the groundbreaking?
Well, just based on the conversations I have when I go to the store or wherever else, is when are they going to break ground on the casino? People are excited about that. And knowing that, one, we'll have a casino to draw people to our community, and if you're here, you'll be able to visit it or choose not to, as I said earlier, but it's just the impact it's going to have. And so you don't get too many opportunities for a company to come into a community and not ask for any incentives and give back to the community at the level the casino will. So I think it's been a huge win for all of us, and the results spoke for themselves from that, but the constant conversation that I have is all positive.
Yeah. And okay, so final question for you. You personally, not Mayor Bennett, but you personally, what are you looking forward to when you visit the casino?
Just to have some fun, just to be able to do something, that right now you have to travel 2 hours to go somewhere to get to a casino. And, if you like doing that, and what I want to see is people to be able to go have some fun. And, and then just thinking that whatever you, hopefully you'll win big, but if you don't, the money that you're putting into the system comes back to the community. A lot of it does. And so it's money that we've never had before.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Mayor Bennett, and I know I'll see you tomorrow out at the groundbreaking. So until then, thanks for joining us.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you. And now I'm going to welcome a member of Churchill Downs. So now moving on to the company bringing the Queen of Terre Haute Casino to our area. Jason Sauer, you're the Senior Vice President of Corporate Development. And we've talked a few times. You've been working hard on this project. So let's take it back to, I think, one of the first times that we talked when you guys were up for the casino license. And walk us through a little bit of that process of getting chosen. I remember you guys were just so excited about this opportunity.
Absolutely, Nicole, and I think it's interesting to be here, in June of 2022, because it's just about a year ago that we first started thinking about this project. So we've been at it for a year, and we're very cognizant of the fact that for Terre Haute, this has been a long time coming. Yeah. It's been several years, some disappointment. It's been a little bit of Charlie Brown in the football.
Right.
Thinking you're there, having to move back and look for a new applicant. So we've been at it for a year, and it really started with the first meeting that we had here locally. And we sat down with Mayor Bennett, with the county commissioners, Commissioner Morris, Commissioner Schweitzer, Commissioner Kearns, local business leaders. And we really started with saying, what do you want from a casino? We're just going to take a blank slate because we want this to be a project that's going to work for Terre Haute, work for Vigo County, that's going to help be that economic driver. So that's where we started.
Yeah.
And from every stage, from June of last year through November, when we were ultimately selected by the Indiana Gaming Commission as the applicant to go forward and build this casino, at every turn we wanted to do right, to have a facility that's going to reflect the unique culture and history of Terre Haute and is going to be that economic driver. And it's exciting to be here on the eve of breaking ground and making that a reality.
Yeah, quite the full circle moment. And I know that you guys made the decision to move to the east side. A lot of locals were really happy about that. So what has that process been like? And are there any steps left? I know we're breaking ground tomorrow, but are there any steps left that people should know about that maybe, need to be done, or any decisions that are left?
No, there are a few things in terms of naming certain food and beverage facilities within the facility where we're not 100% there. That work is ongoing. But for the most part, we know what we're going to build, and we're excited to build it. You mentioned the site. If there was any sort of negative of our original proposal, we heard loud and clear from people across this community. We heard some from the Indiana Gaming Commission that they didn't love our original site. And this was a competitive process. You had 4 gaming companies that were all looking for great sites.
Right.
So it was quite competitive. We were fortunate enough that the Indiana Gaming Commission chose us, but then that took away sort of the competition for some of those other sites, and we were allowed to take a deep breath once we were selected as the applicant and decide, okay, now that we know we're going to be moving forward, what's the best location for Vigo County and for us as well to build this facility, and ultimately decided to move to the east side. I think that's the right place to draw in the most tourism dollars. Mayor Bennett talked about wanting this to be a tourism driver, and we love our current location. 50 acres, enough room to do everything that we originally said we were going to build, and more. Plenty of room for growth.
Yep, and right off I-70. So you're coming from the west or the east, you're right there.
Absolutely. I think it's a great location to draw, obviously from this area, but to draw in from the West Indianapolis suburbs, to draw in gaming, tourism from across the Illinois border as well.
Agree. Well, we just heard Mayor Bennett talk a little bit about, what they want to see done with the money and all the conversations that are happening. And I know that Churchill, one of the goals and one of the things you guys talked about in your presentation way back in November was how much you do love being involved in the community and your partnerships with chambers of commerce and with nonprofits. So what has that relationship already been like with groups here in Terre Haute?
Well, that goes back again to the conversations that we had almost a year ago. We love the Terre Haute Community 2025 growth plan that Vigo County, led by the Chamber of Commerce and the leadership there with Kristen Craig. We've been having those conversations for over a year. We're excited about the opportunity that we're going to be contributing lots of tax dollars to the state of Indiana, to the local community, but we're also excited about the opportunity to fund a nonprofit. That there'll be millions of dollars going from the casino into a local nonprofit. We'll have a few people from the property that'll have some say in where those dollars go, but the vast majority of people deciding where those nonprofit dollars go will be local residents. And we're excited about the fact that we're going to be generating those dollars to support nonprofits, and we hope that those are going to be supporting the growth plan here in Vigo County.
Yeah. And we did earlier this year meet down in Louisville as well. So we went and took a cool tour down there. I think we have some video from it. We went to Derby City Gaming for a part of our tour, and that's going to have a similar gaming floor layout. But one thing to note is this casino is going to be having a hotel built with it simultaneously. That they're building theirs down in Derby City now, or going to be soon, right? But we're getting it all at once here in Terre Haute, right?
Absolutely. This is going to be a true casino resort from beginning. We're Derby City, a tremendously successful property that we opened a few years ago in Louisville and have expanded multiple times since its original opening in 2018. But in Terre Haute, we get the opportunity to from the start, going to break ground tomorrow, and in a little over a year from now, we're going to be opening a full casino resort with not just a first-class gaming floor, but us, as you mentioned, several different food and beverage options, a luxury hotel, what we feel is going to be the best sports book in the state of Indiana. So it's going to have all the bells and whistles from the day it opens.
And it all starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow.
Very exciting. Well, Jason, thanks so much for all your help on all of our coverage that we've had so far. I know this is far from the last interview we will do. And we do have a new addition to Churchill Downs that we want to make an exciting announcement about. So, Jason, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Nicole.
And now we are going to chat a little bit with Mr. Mike Rich. So, Mike, you recently joined Churchill Downs, and you are actually going to be the general manager for the property of the Queen of Terre Haute, correct?
That is correct. I'm very excited to be employee number one of the property.
Yeah,
so it's
the first hire.
A first hire.
Yeah.
It's a rare opportunity to be able to join such a tremendous project from the ground up. Get to build a tremendous resort casino. It's going to be an exceptional addition to an offering here in Terre Haute. So really excited about it.
Yeah, and I do want you to tell everyone a little bit about yourself, but I will say that I've already learned that he is a Hoosier, and he's a real Hoosier because he graduated from IU. So he's a true Hoosier just like me. So a lot of people will be happy to hear that. But tell us a little bit about yourself and your past with Churchill and other gaming operations.
So I've been in the industry for over 20 years, and this will be my fourth property that I've actually been the general manager of. I have been running casinos for the last 15.
Wow.
And so I've got a decent amount of experience in the industry, running properties, excited to be able to build this from the ground up, though. It's a rare opportunity to be able to actually be part of something from the beginning and then build it and watch it grow.
Oh, yeah. And what made you interested in this project? I know there are a lot of aspects of it that you've already mentioned and others have talked about that make it a really appealing project, but what interested you?
You know, it's an opportunity to be, for me, close to home, and certainly being a Hoosier, as you mentioned before, an IU graduate, Kelly School of Business, 1995, that, you know, for me, it's a chance to be part of a great state, and Terre Haute's got a great tradition itself. Looking forward to bringing out much of the history of Terre Haute within our new offering as we build this new property.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Now, we are going to look a little bit at some renderings in a little bit, but first, we're just going to throw you right in. We're going to introduce you to some Terre Haute people through some viewer questions. So the last few days, we've had some viewers send in questions about things that they are curious about. So I'm going to read some of those. We're going to start with George from Terre Haute. He's a non-gambler. Okay, so he is wondering what other entertainment options there will be at the casino resort.
So there's going to be plenty of entertainment options beyond gambling. So for folks who like to be able to eat, we're going to have a handful of restaurants to be able to choose from, everything from a high-end steakhouse all the way down from a more casual restaurant offering. One of those food offerings will be at the actual top 10th floor of the hotel itself with great 360 views of the entire Terre Haute area.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be something different and unique for this area. Certainly we're going to have a fabulous pool area as well on the ground floor of the property. Something I think will be unique for casino resorts in the area. And again, a non-gaming amenity that'll be nice for our customers.
Yeah, it sounds like plenty to do if you don't want to go gamble.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Dan from Terre Haute, he wants to know about gaming opportunities within the casino, and there has been a lot of discussion about those live poker games and some other table games. So can you tell us a little bit about the gaming options besides some of the slots that you'll have and what you guys are still maybe working on?
Yeah, so certainly the live poker has been a question. We're still bantering around the exact gaming floor dynamics at this point in time. We will certainly have the live table games on the floor. We will have slot machines. We will have a sports wagering opportunity for our customers. So they will have a litany of gambling choices to choose from when they come to the property.
All right. Now, Cachet from Terre Haute wants to know about those jobs. So you're hire number one, but
Hire
she's
number one.
hoping to be maybe one of the future hires. So when will any potential jobs be posted, and when will the time to be open to apply happen?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So we are going to need a lot of employees, and we're looking to hire a tremendous amount of those from the local Terre Haute area.
Great.
And we will start that hiring process towards the end of this year or the
Okay.
slightly beginning of next year. We'll start bringing on the next set of hirees and then go from there.
Okay.
A lot of our frontline employees will be hired closer towards the opening of the casino.
Okay, there you go. So you know to wait a little bit, before you can apply for there. And then Chad from Terre Haute, he is a local business owner. Local business is very important in our area and in a lot of communities. And he's asking about the partnerships with local businesses, trades, and how often you guys will try to partner with people for events or projects or even the construction of the casino.
Yeah, so my plan would be to partner with as many local businesses as we can,
Yeah.
right? And I think where it makes sense, you want to be working with your local businesses and leaders. They are, going to be the backbone of helping us deliver this outstanding experience. So
Yeah.
we will be working very hard to build those relationships. I'm looking forward to utilizing the next 6 to 9 months to do nothing but begin that process of building relationships with the leaders in town to understand where the opportunities are.
Yeah. And okay, so now for the fun part, we're going to actually get up and move over to our main set. So we're going to bring up a rendering that was sent to us by Churchill today of the outside of the Queen of Terre Haute Casino Resort. And then we're going to go through several renderings to take a look at some of the other offerings that are going to be at the casino resort. So we've got this really nice Churchill Downs Queen of Terre Haute Resort rendering here that shows everything, really. It looks like you can see in some of the games right there and everything. But we're going to go through the gamut of a lot of things that you guys are going to be offering. So if we want to just kind of roll through some of these, and then Mike can tell us a little bit about what we're seeing. So I think everybody knows what this is, maybe.
Yeah, so this is going to be the center bar, sports bar area that we're going to have at the property, and we're excited about it. It's going to be a very dynamic sports viewing area, and I think something that's going to be a great center bar attraction, kind of as a magnet towards the center of the entire property.
Yeah, and you mentioned sports betting is going to be available at the Queen of Terre Haute, so that's a big thing.
Correct.
You can bet and you can watch as well.
Yep.
All right, what else do we have up here? It looks like we've got, some dining options.
So I believe this is a rendering of the what looks to be the steakhouse at this point in time.
I think so.
Still in design phase at this point in time. So the exact interior will probably differ slightly than this, but we are excited about offering again about 5 different restaurant offerings.
Yeah.
Everything from high-end steakhouse to grab-and-go casual. And again, the high-end steakhouse offering that we are going to have is going to be a tremendous steakhouse
I think
offering,
this is
and will
maybe
rival.
the more casual option.
This is going to be
here.
this is going to be
walk
more of a
up.
grab and go option, and certainly we're excited to have that as well.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. And you guys had that at Derby City Gaming as well, and that looked really nice down there.
We do.
Yeah, and the little cafe in case you just want a snack or a coffee.
Yep,
That's always nice.
Again, more of a grab and go option rendering. So
the steakhouse is going to be probably the main sit-down area if you want to spend some time at
the steakhouse is more of the higher end offering. We're going to have a bar and grill type offering where you can sit as well.
Yeah.
And then again, they're going to have a grab and go as well here. We're going to have another offering on the top floor, the 10th floor of the hotel, and that'll be another casual offering up there as well.
Very nice. All right, what else we got here? It looks like we got our cafe here. And so this is pretty cool because this is the outdoor gaming, right?
That is correct. So we will have an outdoor gaming patio with some slot offerings there.
Yeah.
So something unique that you don't see at every casino, and it allows our customers to have more of an outdoor space as well beyond the traditional indoor gaming.
Yeah, very nice. And it looks like you can watch some games up top there as well. And I know that there's going to be a lot of buzz around the hotel because, like we said, this is going to be built right along with the casino. So this is a gorgeous image of the lobby here.
And I think people are going to be really excited about the overall look and feel of this entire hotel.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really upscale. It's not, obviously this is a showcase of the lobby, but
Right.
the overall hotel, the amount of suite offerings that we'll have will be unique to this area. So something that we're excited about, bringing a little more of an upscale feel to the hotel offering here in Terre Haute.
Yeah, and I think we had some more footage of, I think this might be one of the rooms in a hotel.
This kind of gives you an interior suite shot of what the offering could be in the hotel room.
And of course, a nice little shout out to Larry Bird.
Yeah,
so
there
who
you go,
doesn't
Larry
love
Legend.
that?
Exactly.
If any Terre Haute person is going to recognize that right away. So that's wonderful. And I know that I saw that throughout a lot of the images in the suites. And then we've got our downtown Wabash Avenue. That's very nice too, a little image there. Very nice. And of course the horses, because you got to incorporate a little bit of Churchill Downs, right?
That's exactly right. But this really gives you a sense of the high level of finish inside these rooms.
Oh yeah,
So
yes. And I think that, and this is our Indiana Theater, which is another great iconic property. And I think we have some images here too of the chairman. I think it's called the Chairman Suite. That's kind of the big dog. I think that's this. So if you really feel like you want to have a really, really nice stay, I think
that's
this
exactly
is the place
right.
you want to stay at, right?
So it's like a traditional presidential suite. We'll have a couple rooms inside it, plus a main living room and a dining room, that kind of size suite.
Very nice. Yeah, I think this is the living room in there. So yeah, you could spend a few days in here happily, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really
Very
enjoy
nice.
yourself.
Very nice. I think, and then this is the bathroom.
Yep.
So I don't know the last time I stayed in a hotel bathroom that nice.
It fit like 20 people in that bathroom. I
Yeah,
think, so.
that's incredible. And I think we have a shot of the bedroom as well here for the States. And there we go. So that's kind of the last 4 images that we've shown are all of the biggest suite, I think, is what they were talking about down in Louisville.
But again, even our standard rooms are going to have a really nice high-end feel to them. So we're really excited about the offering.
Okay,
So.
very nice. All right, so this has been great, going through some of the renderings, looking at some of the offerings that they have. But one last thing that we wanted to talk about was tomorrow, the groundbreaking.
Yeah, very
so,
excited.
this is what we're all gearing up for. So what can people expect tomorrow when the groundbreaking is taking place? I know we went out and got some video of the site today, and we have some information for people about the groundbreaking. So if we want to head over back to our couch, and we can hang out there for the end of this. But what can people expect tomorrow when they head out for the groundbreaking?
So obviously it's an opportunity for us to showcase ourselves to the community for the first time, really in a very public way, and we're excited about it. We're excited about kicking off this project. I think with the groundbreaking allows everyone to see beyond the fantastic enthusiasm this community has for the overall project will be the fact they'll get to see the site. They'll get to see kind of where it's going to be started, and they'll obviously a year and a half later hopefully we'll be open for business. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for joining us, and all the information for the groundbreaking is up there for you. It's tomorrow, of course, at 11 a.m. out there on that East Margaret Drive property that you're seeing in some of this video, and in a little while we're going to have a whole resort out there. So thank you again, Mike Rich, the new GM for the Queen of Terre Haute Casino Resort. Very excited to announce that tonight. And be sure to tune in tomorrow. We're going to have wall-to-wall coverage. I'll be out there at the site at 5:30 in the morning. That's when it'll start. And we will be all day there. We'll be there for the groundbreaking and all of it. But for now, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks to Jason and Mayor Bennett as well. We hope you have a great night, and we'll see you out there tomorrow.